pacho eden na survival etimi ye training
asitire munya de it is a sia kra ama uba Ghana se sia sports no improve is rather retrogressing kwachire Paralympian botwe Paralympian chasnate Paralympian Frederick Aso and one more mukeka o McLean no muni adade nyina no obi atetifie omukran no makobina make us like they have opening capital but na sustain no mukran no tetifie na ye de yenko obi da kran yes afeni starting yes start yes no ayete say Ghana na kasa no mpenifo na kom abom omutumi di GRA kra di kan boy kro no because how say a cup tournament GRA betumi tira say ka kire say onu wa yi 20% if yes cancel obi a 20% wow and mama round figure omu sika omu pe no omu di maye oh iti yesra ye kasa di titiri theater ni say Samson Dean yesra you are saying in a human right we are pleading with them they should intervene the international body for sports for para they should intervene. Samson Dean, the MPC former president, his time has elapsed.
Oh, thank you.
His time is due. So it should go back so that we'll do election and have a better person who will come and then move the sports forward. Because we are lacking now and we are going back.
Yati Efri Rashad Mohammed Yedawase. Now Rashad, as we can see, is going through pain. These are people who have put their life there to give Ghana a name. Omu ye enoma ema krono. Ye wankofo bi wo ho a wadi 80 years, wadi 90 years, wadi 70 years. Onye bibia ma ni kro da. Onye bibia ma ni kro. Apart from so no abeye na adwuma no obedidi. Now here is the case. People who are sacrificing for the country. This is very sad. A sad day indeed. People who are sacrificing and not do what dying. Everybody know my yet these persons with disability are involved with this. But everybody know my yeah. Everybody know my yeah. I go through such a pain. And nobody have even a time for them. Minister of Sports. Everybody know my yo. Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, Minister of Youth and Sports. What wrong has persons with disability, the Paralympic Committee, support National Paralympic Committee of Ghana? What wrong has our Paralympians, athletes, done? People have won, like Bocho Raphael say, one say, we 3 times Paralympian for Ghana. He deserves an award. He deserves to be recognized. He deserves to be supported. Because able people cry no your footballers but then is there discrimination here which we will come to it? Why is there oppressive measures in our system that they are supporting footballers but they are not supporting Paralympians, which is not good? Enti yebeko Rashad yedawasi bebre. I'm not sure say Frederick, are you ready? Fred, are you ready? On you ready? I'm say Charles Aba. Charles, obetimi adwone here.
Good evening.
Good evening, Charles. And he say
Boko, now swear.
Boko. Me pacho ubetimi aye introduce won kakra mai. Why? Ansa na yakoso.
Your friend Charles Nate me double amputated and 2 times Paralympian. London 2012 and Brazil 2016.
Wow. And are you looking forward for Paris 2024 Anna?
That be me looking forward for Paris 2024. Chelsea. A year 2017. Actually, in the powerlifting, me a founder of the powerlifting, and I'm a champion powerlifting from 2002 to 2017 on my own. Me call London, me understand I'm your coach, me administrator, me BBA. Me call Brazil, and then president of IMPC Ajakofi beka say opese forming association say na be ya associations na be control disciplines and they do Paralympic omo aba no ma be help no mo de ko inti ema something din omo de ne buy inti omo de something din ba no na me ka say something din no me hu nya waya ma me because me won comfort say Nick Danso Ghana Link any multimedia kwesi chu mo mo ye sponsors for the past 10-15 years inti me so mo they don't like the presidency of what they've grown up. Almost all because US convention law now say any disability person should travel with an able person, which is a compulsory something. Into the say disabled phone you need to can be able for 15 account, not on music no drop you.
Hold on, Charles.
Will not do that.
Charles, hold on.
Money to do that.
Charles, hold on. Me patrol to myself repeat you. Now, the Omoyeno say these people don't have interest in you guys, but they are interested in say ombetimi kophobia ko no manyeska. Obetima repeat you am here. Why? Yeah, that's it.
And their interest is no say omode kophobia ko no manyesika. Inti no say or the disabled ni to kwaya. No the bear 10 account no aje omusika. Sa no moye omujuma moye and up to now. Inti mi hudi. No say because South Korea koye competition. In the minute athletes 3 and a call you do South Korea, men am call late, we do Incheon.
We are having difficulties with Charles. We will get back to you.
But
yeah, Charles, me move. Move you never call Udi Trafa Connect Casaway, move. Coso.
But what's an anchor?
I saw,
into me do Incheon. And I'm about say, you're detaining me. Not only 2 passengers are coming home, I'm in our way. Into me, Momo returning 2 passengers in the back. Ever since that time, I'm a year Sadian was 2017 to 2018. Mr. Samson Dean, our president, or say, Nyama Yenintino, all my men sports into our retirement because or didn't go for Akan Wamakwaka. Secondly, your competition was Mexico. I say, Anke Yede or no co. One co, and no ticket to our buying home, and no, they call you a private business. Emma, them times. NSC.
Hold on, Charles, hold on, please, hold on. Ubetima sa repeat you. Are you saying say President Samson Dean, National Paralympic Committee of Ghana? I don't know, I retire by force.
Yes, also I retire. It's up to date on registered will be being. Also I retire because. Or no, the fact that I'm not president there, I should forget about disability sports. Also, when you're disabled, it's because of visa connection or more than the Gusuka. And Nyashimi said, we know the backing of the NSA and the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mr. Yusuf, and Honorable Chumisi, we know the backing of them. And Omudidi say Jumano or Maimuha. The term of office, by the Constitution, I say every 4 years, or your AGM, or your bidder. And then the term of office 4 years it came. 4 years in it came, it came July last year, 9th July. But see now, Okache say on your election be an unknown we go associations now. At the end of bar power we go no. Internet says not just with other associations which are the stakeholders. No. There's not going to be election. And the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mr. Yusuf, defending backing on that issue. And I could say Chumesi, National Sports Authority, they are backing. Due because they use it to do money. And they are using us. Now ya bread or my see ya bread.
Now me pacho, Matimia pushy
to seek him.
Matimia pushy this to the level of our president Nana Addo, any your vice president Baumia. Are they aware of these things happening?
Nyako citizens here and say all the medias in Ghana. I must say, Samson Dean. I say, Mamu interview mu bia vocal I be kind of crane. Even if you call them, they say, Charlie, what the interview they ask them, Papa, they say, Inti, almost triable. none of the omo be interview na ma confirm na betra no be di intro poto.
Just oh say ma be me sem. Just oh say ma be me sem. This one it will go international. It will go to the level of international. Say I am giving you the opportunity to speak and talk here every week if you want. Munyina some person kasa every week. We will not deny you. We will not discriminate against anyone. Mubetimo be kasa ama no kura na dadi.
Because it's a sports negu. You started Paralympic Games. First one, Butcher in Kebe, near Jaramon and call. Second one, you 4 and you call London. Brazil, you 6 and you call Brazil. Or nobody will go at the end 1. Some no Kansas athletes be anyone qualify for Paris. We be anyone qualifies. All is because no one is go for to any visa. That is all. They don't think about we and then the sports that we are governing. Some kind of and I'm supposed we won't in a mini be a medema me member. I'm a disher and quala and then or retire me. So I'm a same as I call or crown American Sika because only able and a winning Sika and a minister any NSC a defending and or yen. Send the term of office a pound. What your letter come ministry they say, oh, yeah, election or Beko Paris about or election. The constitution and then the buy we attend the constitution and then the minister and then the NSC are looking at it. And this is a country that we find ourselves. This is a country that we find.
Very sad story.
Culture is a minister of youth and sports. No, on Putin, and then the NSA boss, Mr. Chumesi, they have to put them because they are using this. And I can prove all the visa connections. I have my own. I can prove if they call me.
Don't worry. Yabema Parliament are discussing this issue about why they are treating more Paralympians like this.
President.
Why they are treating Paralympians differently to footballers, differently to other sports.
And Nanado should do it. My person, my politics,
yes, I am very sad. You are coming back to you, Charles. Why? Now, me pacho Africa de mi hunu you know so. Ken, ube timi aba because mi hunu Frederick so.
No.
Me pacho Frederick Fred wo. Okay, Fred, you better walk first. Now for Ken aba. Fred, let is saying, how are you? Is it Ken or Fred who was talking?
Ken.
Ken, okay, yeah, Ken, how are you? What is saying?
The doc, my greetings to you and your viewers. Yeah, chair when viewers in any Jumapam here.
Yo, yeah, that's
we are grateful for this opportunity. Now, a topic we know, a quite sensitive topic, and very emotional because me as a consultant, I would have loved say, me discussing topic we on the basis of development point of view, but also my family and I also go through what they go through. I'm with them always, and it's so sad. I'm close to tears now because so if Ghana is a serious country, Samson Dean, Mr. Lete Ayoni administrator, any the long tennis guy, acting secretary. No, if Ghana is any serious country, if Ghana is a country we should take serious when it comes to law and order, these people should be in jail by now. They should be serving jail terms by now.
Me bacho obetima sa kan de o kan bi enwai etiefo ni bi so o mante o mo pese o mo sa te de o kan Mr. wa
the American say asem when asem Ebeka say it's not just a civil issue. Maybe it's not just an abuse on human rights, but there are criminal issues to it. So if this country is any serious country, these people, these three persons that I mentioned, Mr. Elete, Ignatius Elete, Samson Dean, any
Me pacho Mr. Elete, me pese wo explain who is Mr. Elete minim, but me pese wo kana etiefu etiebe hu because international community no mo so hwebi. Yeah, why?
Something yeah in him say Paralympic
National Paralympic Committee of Ghana, yes.
Now Sesiano was APC president, that's Africa Paralympic Committee president. Okay, Selete ni backbone administrator ni confidant or guiding into most of the letters. He drafts the letters. He is like an architect of what Samson Dean does. I say this because Mr. Letter was is a worker of NSA, which is National Paralympic National Sports Authority, NSA. Is the staff there. So he has been with the Paralympic since day one. So they formed the Paralympic and now they decided as a gold mine. So they brought in something. But I want you to understand why all this problem occurs.
Mumubi, Rashad, Frederick, close yourself, mute yourself. All the other, Koso why? Koso Ken.
So that's what, no matter the experts you bring on board, the Ghana National Paralympic and now say disability sports cannot flourish unless these people are not just taken away but punished. I be a deterrent for the future. Obiabe take administration and sports seriously because we are not only asking that they step down, but they must also pay for the atrocities. I'm saying this because now in my background, Mr. Letter was in the sports as an administrator from National Sports Authority. So somewhere 2017, they brought in Samson Dean without any election or inaugurating, without consulting the stakeholders. Inaugurating as para-powerlifting president. The reason why they brought this man was Samson Dean is a businessman. He has no knowledge of sports or Paralympic sports. He's a connection man. So these people go to him sometimes to buy a ticket from him for their travel. And sometimes when they need money, because the government does not support adequately enough, they go and borrow. So sometimes he pre-finance the ticket for them. Into Mukoba, now that was the relationship. So he thought why say, you people, you have the globe at your hand, you have all the opportunities, and you are struggling for money. So I can facilitate travel tickets and the visas. So you use your office to frontier so that the government gives us authority letter, then we get visas, then I give you a cut. So that was the reason why they brought in. That was the introduction. And everybody knows it's a fact. Yeah, you see, I called you earlier because I wanted to know the nature of the program, because I would have given you a lot of evidences.
We are here, Ken, every week. But what I want to tell our viewers is that in terms of disclaimer, this is the view of our panelists, and everything they say in here, we are reflecting on their views. This is the views of our panelists. Yeah.
Look, exactly. I'm solely responsible for my views, and I will avail myself to prove to my submissions at anywhere or any court of law. I'm ready. So I want the viewers to understand that this is solely coming from me, yes, and not inspired by any the TV station or anybody. But my point here is that the man came in because he's a businessman and he came to do business.
The way things are going, hold on, I will let you continue, Ken. And from what I've heard, Mathieu Free, Paralympians or consultant, it seems like Mr. Dean is not doing a good job. And Anado and Baumia, why is Mr. Dean still in his position all these 7 years? These people are heartbreaking. I have not heard any good news about Dean. I have not heard any good news about Mustafa Yusuf, our Minister of Youth and Sports. I have not heard any good news about Honorable Evans Opoku Bobi, Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports. All the Paralympians, the team, they all going through pain. And it seems that there is a big discrimination going on against Paralympians and looking at football, where their interest is. Into there, I say, but these people, what they are doing, Dean, have you done it for your country? Have any one of them done this for their country? The pain they are going through to bring success for us. And like the story of Raphael, or say, the country wants to be part of the success story. But for how to get there, no one is showing any interest. And it's very shameful for us. Very sad as a country. Yeah, Ken Kosowai.
Yeah, Doc, let me clarify this. It is beyond discrimination. The pain here is discrimination here say who favor be over the other. Is that not so?
Yes.
Serbia, a family of people, a group of people, and you decide to favor others than
yes.
But this era, it's not just discrimination, or they are not just being looked down upon. They are actually abusing them, using them for thousands of dollars. Wow, they are using them to make money and damn them.
Wow, very sad.
Yes, if it's a matter of discrimination, you better say okay, they are but it's beyond discrimination. It's abuse.
All right, thank you.
That is what my commission said. There are criminality to it. It's not just a civil matter. There are a lot of criminal evidence to it, and there are a lot of abuse to it.
Thank you.
And all these 4 years, the National Paralympic Office now was supposed to be at the stadium here, the storeroom, and he has been running it in his own private travel and tour office, which is not even accessible for persons with disability, with bodyguards, and he always watch through camera, so you can't access him. So it's beyond discrimination.
Yes.
And the third thing is that the minister has his full backing, and there's an issue in court right now, and the minister is also aiding him to disrespect court orders. That is an issue about amputee football, but I don't want to go there to prejudice the issue in court. But the truth is that the minister is aiding them to disrespect court orders. Until such people, such big guns are aiding criminalities and abuse against persons with disability. So who else will you report to? One bill now because who papa and I said where you think you will seek refuge, they have stake and key in it.
Yes.
Which they are benefiting.
Thank you. We will get back to you. Frederick, thank you very much. You made a very good point, Ken. Ken say ehimfa na omobeko. Ehimfa na omobeko. They say everywhere, like Charles was saying, like what when Charles was talking and what he was saying, like Raphael was saying, like what Rashad was saying, where do they go? Because I explore all the other areas, and it seems like the minister and all his people around him, they are all saying the same thing and doing the same damage to them. Frederick, Fred. Fred, are you there? Yehu was so bound to me. Unmute yourself, Fred. Press unmute, Fred. Me pacha obi on chair obeti ma kire o. Rashad. Oh, aye.
Yes,
okay,
hello.
thank
Can
you.
you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Yehu wani nko abanya hwe.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so Good evening to our cherished listeners, viewers across the group.
Yes.
Medindi Frederick Asso. I'm a one-time Paralympian, and then I'm a current athlete commissioner for the Paralympic events or Paralympic movements. Honestly, unfortunately, my network was very bad, so I wasn't joining clearly.
Senior.
But looking at things in the country, how Paralympic sports or disability sports is being run in the country, it's so sad in the sense that even there is a particular sports we call in Ghana here lesser known sports. Other sports is meaning athletics, shoes, volleyball, any. If you are not a football, they call all those sports lesser known sports, which is they're great to do. But say there is any other word apart from that lesser known sports, then that will be given to the Paralympic sports. Look, para sports, you call African Games, you call Commonwealth Games, you call Paralympic Games. Who call in the history of who call National Sports Authorities is here. Now share the medals from 2000. Maybe see now you can say Paralympians have chopped all African Para Games have chopped a lot of medals. Yet Nico competition, all African Games. Nipa baku mienu miensa, omu medals no mbejeno. A whole team of able athletes ni na bekono. Yeji more than half of it, of the whole entire medals. But are we treated well? No. Is in Yamani Biwa? A lot of our big men, to say Senior Minia Anami Bra Ken Kaino, they actually don't understand the sports. MPC, Meme Canada Bia say MPC is not a developer of sports. MPC is a facilitator. We have different federations under MPC. 13 of them came up to make MPC. So those federations, like the sitting volleyball, like the para athletics, go ball, and the rest, they have their leaders and they are the
Rashad, please, Rashad, mute yourself.
MPC just come in.
Go on.
MPC just come in. Yeah, MPC just come in to do facilitation. MPC just come in to support or assist the federation if they are having some challenges. But you see, we are not seeing that. What we are now seeing is MPC have taken the role of development, leaving the other federations that have the right to develop. Then you facilitate. MPC is rather doing the developing. And the developing, is it moving? I have been an MPC board member from 2015 to 2019.
And you have not seen any travel. Have you seen any progress? Fred, being a member since...
That's where I'm coming now. Yes, I have been. That is why I'm saying that I have been a board member 2015 to 2019. There is no any event that Paralympic Games or Commonwealth Games are. You will not see para athletics going with either 2 or 3 people. But from 2019 up to as we are speaking now, para athletics are the backbone of para sports over Ghana has completely died.
Oh no.
Completely Kojo.
Oh.
It's just an individual like Botry and Martin. They have to struggle themselves to go and compete because they also want, the sports or the para sports now, we become like the Samoajans, we become like the big guys. Kudus no almost or more. That's what we're also doing. We've taken it as our profession. But are we getting benefit out of that? No, we are not. Look, if as we are going to Paris 2024, if a para athlete one can qualify, forget it. Look, let me give this history.
So what do you mean?
Honorable Pius Hajide, 2017. Yes, Honorable Pius Hajide, then Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, we qualified to go for Paralympic Commonwealth Games. Obisa said Obisami directly. So who asked me to go and qualify? Did the country ask me to go and qualify? It took Mother, Doc, it took me Nyama Bebre, and then he bought my ticket to go and compete for the country. Yeah, Kono, a Hona, Nipa 70 now, Musom Kochi or more, Australia. No. It was our time, it was that time, Nipa 70. But an athlete now competing, buy a ticket for athlete to go and compete, becomes hell for the athlete. Look, 2021, yeah, only 3 athletes and they qualify for Japan to go and compete. Do you know how many officials followed us? 25 able officials. Only 3 athletes. And a lot of them went and slept in a high hotels. Whilst the athletes are suffering.
Wow.
You see, so they are just making money out of the athletes. Where there is money, they will go in for that. But where there is development, no. Where there is qualification, look, as we speak now, there's no single person in Ghana who has qualified for Paris 2024. But who they qualify? Nipa bakumpe enko qualify no hwe. Obehwe nkrofo a NSA, ministry, co-ministers, and so on and so forth. For nyina be di wachi. Ama passenger nyina beba bewuram bi. So the way they are treating para athletes in the country, I used to say, if a country that doesn't respect persons with disability, women, children, that country will find it difficult to progress. It's not a case, but that is the reality. It's a fact. If you don't respect persons with disability in your country, you don't respect women, you don't respect children, that country, you can't progress. You can't succeed. That is what is happening to Ghana now. Because we are completely neglected. They've completely thrown us to our own fate. Meko Brazil, the paracyclists, we are to go to Brazil for qualification. Besides, what is happening now? We are to go in March. What is happening? Nobody is in there to support. It's a cycling federation. Anko brea. Into musu kobrea no mushare. Take it back no munya no mudi nipa baako. Instead of going with 4 or 5 or 6 people so that we can get more qualification, they will struggle. If they are not getting the ticket, what do they do? They're going for only one person. And that one person, how do you qualify? You see? So, the government have to sit up. MPC have to sit up. Look, MPC, me a board member, but me candidate say our tenure is over last year. What are we waiting to do our election? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for to do AGM? We continue postponing AGM from tomorrow to any time. We were to go for AGM. I call board meeting. We all agree on the 9th February. But we are hearing that it is now gone to April 19th. Why? Doc, we need the world's intervention. Sometimes I don't blame our politician. I blame the World Bank, the IE, whatever, the world, whatever. That gives money to the country. Do they have a criteria? Do they look at persons with disability as well? Look, if you travel out there to go and compete with your other colleagues out there, the equipments they bring, look, you'll be marvel. My bicycle I'm used so me competition ne sisiana me use was bought in 2017. 2017, and that's the same bike we are using up to today. But if you go to the Paralympics or Commonwealth Games to meet your other colleagues, they are using a bike, a modern bike, a fresh bike that comes every year. That's what they are. Bocho, which are racing machine or use the tool come Ghana. On one edit is kato.
I onokra na edru no so obekasa. Enti we dey wo dey ato ho pepepe amano. Enti wo betumi mute yourself, but
the country will tell you it's expensive. 25,000. Oh. Doc, meet you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, Fred. What I'm saying is that now you mentioned good points that the IMF conditionalities are Omodema Ghana. No? There should be a law which says that persons with disability, they have to be supported, certain amount have to go to them so that they will be able to do things that makes them happy. We have a number of persons with disability here. Like for instance, is there any youth? What is the percentage of youth? Where person with disability eka Paralympic team no more percentage we also. I think I will start off with Raphael Bochu. Raphael, oh.
Okay, dog, yeah. Dog, youth in the sports, because of sports, has been something, try per se, encourage. We are using the sports, dog, sports are one of the tools we can use for so many things.
Yes.
Sports are a tool, sir, we can use to change the perception about persons living with disability.
Yes.
Because we live in the continent, obi di democrat, obi fi say, we are going to the extent that we want to prove to the world, to the community, to the nation, say, we have ability. We are not looking at our disability. So with equal opportunity,
yes.
And that benefit, is going to be for the community, the nation, and the person who is the physical challenge himself. And so why answer disabled ni ubo humode say me say sunya high and me moto or see me minty and minty. It's always about Ghana. Anytime I'm a Gina Akono and I'm representing the nation, I feel for my colleagues, disabled people, because I feel say it's an opportunity for them to also be recognized. It's opportunity for them also to be known with the talent, hidden talent that the God has blessed them with. And to the youth, we are encouraging them. So that's why some of us, we have taken it upon ourselves. I are setting up a club called Go Get Them Wheelchair Racing Club. It's the only club in Ghana yet developing the youth. As I'm talking to you, we have the first generation. This club is and a produce some of the athletes like McLean, Yakubu, Asha, Omuko representing or minor. As I'm talking to you, we have the second generation. Emmanuel, Sule, and those things. Equipment I use, you call outsider, you need your young people to share. Then we lobby them and they give us the youth ones. And it's so painful doing all this, and the country doesn't appreciate the effort you are putting in. Then the individuals, selfish interest, they will come to say they are coming to serve the interest of the para sport development or the para progress, but they will come with their selfish interest, try to make money out of the persons living with disability in the sports. Who the athletes ever call competition? I'm saying this for a fact. Some CD administration has sent one of the athletes to the Tokyo Paralympics game called Emmanuel Nidoku. Athletes in modern born, the athletes were giving $5,000 for the performance for the voluntary person of one white person. But as I'm talking to you, some Sidin administration took that money and they didn't give the athlete even $1. And the athlete is going through a lot of pain as I'm talking to you. So with this Aoyama athlete, the youth, Musu Energy Sports no betnyaba. Frederick Aso Eko Tokyo, ni PDM ye deny no come once and to oba no ye free NPC board so what the athlete commissioner, the mouthpiece for the athlete. Bocho oni woka say, and now say Bocho is fighting for the thing that is due the athlete. The system city administrative feels say I'm the enemy to the progress of parasport. Ken Kao, Rashan, Charles Nate, and many more for what they are doing. They feel that we are in a bad. Doc, I'm telling Doc, make up the actual one. Make up blaster. Here for 43 years now. But I'm telling you something. There's a pain in other sports discipline on their hearts against the blaster. And Minister Dog, 2015, so Kai said the blaster Echo Africa Cup, I'm not to second. To second, no buy, they were giving a car. But the same 2015, athletes Echo Congo Brazzaville, me both talking to you, I want silver for Ghana. Yebedu yampono, yantiyama yampocha mampenyinimpo. So do you think, sir, the sports I'm doing with my own efforts, with my own energy and everything, my equipment, competing for Ghana? What could we need medal flower banner? The president will not even call you, the minister will not even lead you to be appreciated. Also, appreciate everybody. No para sport in any government. I want to have athletes to be say, oh, Freddie Castle, oh, Patrick Yaobi, but John Kegbe, you guys have been fighting for this nation. You are rewarded. Ebiaji, go affordable houses. I regret your work. Your politicians say, because I'm higher. I'm a worker to them. All the effort you are putting in. So, we say, so on my penny, I want to na akufado na na show boy. I want to there's a pain in the heart of other sports against the blaster, especially the para sports, how they have been treating us. It's not fair. Say, your disability, you raising the flag of Ghana. No, be a silver blaster. Nipa 23, bobo, I do semi, alcohol final. No, be silver. Never man who can. No, be so individually. On one that's on the wheelchair. On one that's saga. No, I can compete in a Congo Brazzaville. We need the same silver. No, Baba do fear. No one find me. Look, I want to be for Chiano. It's so painful. And some city administration to have it in mind. Giving opposition to come and serve, it's not come and dictate and look down upon people. Because disability is anybody's lot at any time. It can be you today, it can be somebody tomorrow.
Yes.
If you have that mind, whatever they are taking us through at the moment, if care is not taken, we are not catching them, but karma will catch them. Because it's so painful.
Yes, Raphael.
It's so painful.
Me pacho, Mr. Minim say, ora hopa, ba shedding. And then, even Krano, when Aso was giving presentation, I was making a submission, he mentioned, say, wow, talk equipment, and how they are training, and they are core competition. Is that the case?
Daddy, I have been competing for this nation for over 20 good years.
Oh my God.
Ghana have never ever buy any of my racing chair. I'm saying it again. I have competed for Ghana for over 18 to 20 good years. I've represented 3-time Paralympics. I've represented 3-time Commonwealth Games. I was a general captain for Team Ghana to the Congo Brazzaville in Australia. I have competed in a 3-time All-African Game. Twice 3-time World Championship. Ghana have never, ever buy any of my racing chair for me. And this alone, to know that some of us are sacrificing for the development of the sports in Ghana. Sport is a job, and some of us have took it as a job. So they should not let us feel our pain and feel our disability, because God has never make a mistake. That's why ni disciples no chiamono is as a way ni body be tiana or see there be and I'm saying ni monyam be there be and monyam ni being said the talent we are having, we are using it for the beneficial for the nation Ghana. We are using it for the development. That's why we have a disabled who are lawyers, who are doctors.
One make it good 2 points be me person make can.
We have chosen the sports power so that to make sure.
Say ade no wakuma eda ho enti ama ani braba, but the mechanic say taking it easy. Now and we are in the right path and hopefully yebedru. You mentioned say it's so painful doing all this where the country does not appreciate. We appreciate everything that you the para Olympians are doing. Oh, it's very sad. And yeah, programming any woman behind later no. To be honest with you, very painful because unable people, a lot of them in Ghana, they don't use their time to do any constructive things for the country. You are providing, doing everything for the country, but not getting the appreciation. The sad thing is you are not even on the payroll. Say, you bet you now the year adwuma ediama country no. Nanado, why? Baumia, why? Then you also mentioned, say, there is a pain in other sports against Black Stars. And this is like an omen. Say if ministers, the government don't look at, say, obeke other sports, no, they be kwa kohewe num dia. Almost no pain no mu no. And Black Stars in successful that. What this point now I'm making a very good point because Ghana Black Stars are suffer a lot. Is this the sins of our fathers? Nanado, is this the sins of you, the sins of Baumia, not turning an eye and supporting persons with disabilities, with their sacrifices that they are making for the country, when unable people this they are doing it, going through pain and doing it, and it seems like no one is helping them. Me pacho uko competition or equipment, any the ohona similar, and now there is a difference. O machinery we use to the eco competition, any abrofoni the na uko shialo. Yeah, let it say.
Doc, your cats are here for Chine, and say video del Vieci. Tell me, I say, Wabom and a Chilawado. There's no way, you should hear from me. Some of the, sometimes I feel for my colleagues, athletes in the most, say, Bocho, sometimes lucky enough, every 5 years and every 4 years, if you are 6 years, or very lucky, or better me as a sunny chair. But as I'm talking to you, some of the athletes have been using a chair that is 10 years old, 12 years old. Sa athlete Kroya competition, sa 10 years and 5 years, 8 years, no more to me be winning medal. Patrick Yaobe, one of the story. The administration subsidy, say, equipment, the sports equipment in the boy, meanwhile, 5 good years are subsidy but now administration, so no on top every a tie of a racing chair, Emma Obiada. I didn't want to be idea. We are there, I can't say any boarding. But your competitions there, your equipment I award you, you to two the Omuano. I thought if you are because and Yankupono, now don't be Nayano the Domie. And to a master, your choir, or who may be a free in California, say a work by jacket. Or the show, you're free, chile, and to share Brennan. Yitu chine omani yitu yetuni na no akaje se muji meda ni bi na mutu fa ko kire mu kwalifo se onyame no odomo ampa enye sa pa de nyame ye fair na ka so di medals ni nyina ma omo amkuta mfidie papa no ba nyankopon a ono wo chema so obi aso no eya na wa che na bia so by equipment wise eya e competition there we are lacking behind Selemikano less finance sports ebre Africa Games air koso share dog BBSC and no say a young bakupa para athlete Eddie or Ghana se America who's the African game na eba no dog for in the history of African Games from Maputo 203 ye kono ebufo no ne ebufo disabled sun na koye ye koye no Ghana enya total of 19 medal. Disabled for 2 penny wom koye no omunya 4 medal. And to you 4 no free 19 more.
Yes.
Over who the aka. Ye call Algeria. The athletes 6 in a koye. Ghana enya 23 medal. In total all the contingent I koye no. Para for na woman ye 6 pe ye nya 9.
Wow.
Out of that 23. Min for me nya 3.
Wow, wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Ye call Maputo ye call ye no, 2011. Ye ni ebufo na call ye. Ye call Congo Brazzaville. Ye ni ebufo na call ye. Eba Ghana nkwa dia. Subsidy led administration say para entimin kan as so ye para game no separately. Abraye nyina ye nim say ye wo political year. Bibia ni wa be possible say ye be ye ni sesebre ye nya ye bibia wi asika no ye sevi dia politics. And in the history of subsidy, it has caused us harm more than good because this is the opportunity. You need able for no consider the deal much no much ama biasu yesu pepepe. But this administration, I'm going through a lot of pain. As I said, it has never happened from Abuja to Algeria to Maputo to Congo Brazzaville. Anytime you're a para for any able for echo. So, Doc, you can understand the frustration and the pain and the wickedness and the greedy opposition I am paying for, please, the suffering the para development is suffering in Ghana.
Wow, yeah, that was brave for your submission. Now, me will say, I didn't know the old canon, Areho, you better call any frost. But some because you read some of the, yeah, the atutu so a man for the atutu so, Facebook. Why? Yeah, here, and Roma Kakra, or the atuso, But one of it, and they say, what do you think of Ghana Paralympics sports management? You possess our question way, Munina Monfanto Mayiso, Monfanto platform also say a man for to me answer. What people think of Ghana Paralympics sports management? Is it? Yes, inti Obia Moya no mako Facebook, no matter Mamu Facebook, no so yes, Ramu beti me answer that am I. Grace Gatu say she is watching live. Serena Mahamadu watching live from Sunyani. David Hasse said, well said. Well spoken, Genevieve Kojom. Well spoken, Dr. Kula. Serena Mahamadu, too sad after winning trophies for Ghana in sports. We still have no support. Yes, so much is given to our brothers without disabilities. Even though they are not winning anything, it's about time the people of Ghana wake up to support the Paralympics team. We a Meldal statement and I say Meldal message in the other because it's true. People go anyway. Yes, I clock so over the years. People like Paralympics are almost close to medals. Said the Rafael Kano. So what actually come out of it? And now Sandra Desi say Ghana, Kevin Asale, Elite and Simon Dean are very wicked people. Very wicked people. Where there, Mr. Dean, you heard it yourself. What our viewers is saying, he said, you are very wicked people. More wicked. Kevin Asale say, I am very sad. And one from me is saying that it's shameful from what Aso was saying, that minister saying to the Paralympians who asked them to qualify. Oh no, na ye train ya, what you are qualified? Who said yet oh yeah, or TV sacrifice ya or qualify. Oh, I mean, this is very shameful. Very Futi Radibe say very shameful. Omega TV UK from us is saying, what do you think of Ghana Paralympics sports management? Yes, Remusa question we say Ubia answer. Richard Ekwam, most of amputees football players bought our tickets most of times. As my big brother is saying, he always buy his own wheelchairs. Still no appreciation. Oh, Oman Ghana, why? Oman Ghana, sad. Oman Ghana, why? Inti ebeko I think say say and ebeko Rashad so ni na edru no so. Na Rashad
Hello.
Rashad. Ote.
Yes sir.
Well, ote the conversation akosu nyina ene Rafael Bosho Nkebe akano. Na me pacha also no wo there na obetimi e de aka ho. Any mo machinery no pacha who can be say yeah wo basketball. Why you we should wheelchair now you know is it state of the art wheelchair 21st century wheelchair na
yeah wheelchair they outmoded almost my 2006
oh god
inti enya wheelchair ya on dia standard ever to me no a compete Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, Senegal omo buy and even Kenya kura omo buy no kura no ye humpuntu a omo ye was sports mu ya brand obia kitani back ultimu say yes we a national athlete but as a national para athlete but ye no ultimu say ye bibia ye no buga even bibia e be da no kura no dangerous. Wow. But ye me pese make asa bibiri masem ni tiawa ni say Shamsuddin ni time atwemu enti ye bestre na on twinu hu firi ho para athlete ye bre wo mayimu na ye mpe nipa oti ye sports na ase number manage sports no sempany for 8 years dia yeah para athlete yes sports in there very delicate and I wish us in Ghana history of sports yeah na the medals eba pa enti say on person yen still yen kosuna yen fa medals in bread yeah ye person Shamsuddin any ni cohort and I say executives no mo tiso no yen yi omo nyina Shamsuddin Ando Miss LT ni nyina omo free ho any sports minister more interfere wo yen sports no on trends international games ba and I say ye hiana na ye frɛ no no bremu enye so wa be fine influence no o ma ye bre sa no ma ye no ma say national black star what I say para athlete ye the medal tiba momum be say ye recently ya amputi for we need national we African Cup all African games no mo win ye almost win African Cup sika ye di mom Shamsidi Kuria or the Nigeria what I say or the Scanu Nigeria ye dey were platform susan ansa na echiroba also bet you or tuomo ahin or tuas Scanu installment now so frame up already Scanu man no one fa man so on fan ko and on so moreover on camputi executives no amputi nya ni sports enya ni event she na se into on need to me so ogogo akwaji omuska na wa misuse Scanu or you are not tuomo installment me da
David, we say oka bibi about more experiences. Se mo ko mutu kwan na mo ko baby na mo ko akoye sports na baby amo dani ade wo se ya na nhye danye papa. Wo hwe other competitors a mo so wo ho no other countries na mo de ya na nye. Wo betima ka ho asem kakra. Any modidie mu no during that period no.
Edidie ni de akoye se obia edidi the same thing nti antumi nka se edidie ni nye. But wheelchairs about say like equipment yet be boa sports India yan penyin for no mun tam pese o mu de o mu be hye mu and equipment su na ye the sports no wa hon din kakra and equipment no inti say equipment na jirga wo be use strength sa wo be na wo mo ra nyina tutu wo na wo mo ra nyina papa udrufia na ma wo malaria na sa ma wo yare bi infection bi a ense wo di ase but others ni ye measure mu inti ye measure wa wo the waste ankasa kura to me break who to me the waste air control wheelchairs no but they no susin ye inti jiwu du nsa musa to me ko share mu no na atete wo more ne ade inti esram penifo no e bad equipment enu na ye nan enu na ye boot enu na ye bibia omo hwe no omo boy na eso ye kwa yanto me fa lores enfambra so omo toma ye na se ye kwa na amfa medal samba omo nja ito.
Wow, this is a very huge na odi amano. Thank you, Mr. Rashad Mohammed. Na etiefo no ba ko ha me pesen ka me hwe na yi no de otoa Richard Ekwam so no na producer betima me ya answer no Charles ho aha Charles Misrawa there be wasa ko producer actually over from no what Richard Ekwam is saying what he's watching live in Turkey. Big bro, our sports ministry and government only pumping money to blasters, but not to para and disability sports. One blaster management member will take $100 within 1 week. Very sad governments and see more. And he say, yeah, anye bibia ebeboa. He said, yeah, Richard Ekano. Sikana call blaster players in ono. A lot. And like what Raphael was saying, he said, but they are not bringing any medals. Now, omo the medals silver field niswa. Muswa abai munye shema omo. The question is, say, is it the management? Is it the government? Is it discrimination? Why much attention is not paid to the Paralympians? Now, me pacho Charles ne tell I think that you or meet yourself. Charles, Charles, are you there? No Charles. Okay. And you better call to Ken. Ken, what in terms of machinery? Omo yusu any idea? You heard it all. Inti o bibi kan ho.
Yeah, Doc, me that say I can confirm boldly say the aminu anu kan na no ba ku po ni hwa entro. when it comes to equipment, I buy equipment up to now for even especially something things administration for the past 4 years. Pin. Even African Games now, Rashad Ekano. Kulu believes that Obi Awa organizing African Games, no, you couldn't even provide JSA for the team. Bocho Ekegbe, and one of the philanthropists I follow no, they provided JSA for the Ghana team, which he's taking pride of. You can organize a whole African tournament without JSA until me providing more. Most of them also paid. Normally, when you want to do sports, there's a medicals, which is classifications for the athletes to see their fitness level before you include them in a team. They ask them to use their own money. So the state did not do medicals for them. They use their own money. Number two, Richard forgot to tell you, sir, the day they came for camp, Osaki Omanajo, some of them were using wheelchair. He told them that he has no place for them to sleep. And you also ask questions, sir, go outside, how is it comparable to or more other counterparts? For paralifters, they train on empty stomach. They train without supplements. Yet they go and compete with counterparts who are on supplement and fitness with psychologists, and they still win medals. Some sleep at stadium. There's a room where they keep nets and rackets. As a storeroom, and in crack, that is where they keep. Doc, it's so sad. So, like, I don't want to even go there because it's quite emotional. If you see the footage and the pictures of what they go through, and yet, upon all these sacrifices, they still get a medal. And when they get back to Ghana, sometimes the Shamu Airport, what do you be too kind? Can you imagine this level of wickedness? Nipa no angasa training, or no angasa training, like with in all things. And when you are traveling with the person, you go and take passengers like maybe Nipa 20, Edio Nipa Nichi, no one give visa. Over maybe 5,000, 6,000 per person. Now they are shall bottom. Nipa no ko compete with no Jimmy Dala, who shan airport, no man 100 Ghana, which is less than, let's say 10 pounds. No man 10 pounds say bye bye. Until the next competition, you will not even call and check up on them.
Oh, really
the
sad.
Whole of this 4 years, the whole of these 4 years, he had never ever organized any national competition. So Abedru Paralympic year. Now say December the disability week, which is always the first week. Normally it's 3rd December. So the first week of December normally is the disability week. He organized a French embassy. He went there and they enjoyed with the French embassy. And he took people there to take visa. In pretense, say, or the para-athletes no air-core camping, France, for them to acclimatize to whatever the situation is. All the visa, and we drop the athletes and the passengers are now in Europe.
Wow. So
And the minister is under the watch of the minister. And he goes to the research functions with the minister. That is on record. So the minister, and anytime, because of the relationship with the minister, anytime he goes for any form of letter, the minister willingly gives. To the extent that now they have a good relationship, and he's maltreating the people. Like I said earlier, if you, the minister, you are involved, you are seen endorsing such atrocities, then who do we go to? Now I'm saying the $5,000 now, Bochokan, which was given to one of the athletes as a donation in Japan. Up till now, that was more than 2 years late. Up till now, Sasikano and Dunipanensa, Oko beside, no, most of them, they will not use him again as an artist. So as I'm talking to you, the guy, we have to help him to travel because they were threatening him. And he's in the US now. And he's ready to come back anytime to compete. But they've retired him, just like he did to Chasna, who just spoke. And so these are factual matters. It's like, and what pains me is Ghana, when you talk for the truth and you stand for the truth, you see people who have lost their morals will tell you, say, oh, don't mind these people, they are just some few group, or don't mind them. Someone has paid them to do propaganda. And it has becoming a culture thing in Ghana. So anytime people speak against your will or intention, you only condemn them. Instead of you to sit down and examine or bring the people together and hear from them, they will just rubbish it. So you will not be surprised at the end of this show, you see people tweeting or sending message that, oh, they are just doing propaganda. But it's not true. These are realities. And to confirm, the Black Stars is not just being prayed against, it's being cursed daily. The minister is being cursed daily. Something is being cursed daily on all disability platforms. So it's not just like maybe emotional. People have gone over, like, I grew more than emotional, and it has gone to a level of curses on a daily basis. And there's the voicemail and the cases are there.
Why? Well, my question is, why they cursing the Black Stars but not the ministers?
You see, it's so painful, say, like that's where the discrimination comes in. So they curse in the sense that where you think you favor you, will not favor you. What did the Americans say? When they say you now, when we say is a long hand, that's it. So normally nobody is happy, and we call something the least financed sports, which they also call it the lesser known sports. We all know it. So in Ghana, apart from Black Stars, any other sports is useless. Unless you are going to travel, then you see the protocol officers coming to accompany you just because they want to take you as an opportunity to get visas for family and friends and recruit people for visa racketeering. And that is what is happening. So as at now, sir, we've not qualified for the Paralympics. So back to your question, sir, what are we doing to the Paralympic this year? Nobody has qualified. The only way we can qualify is maybe through the bipartite, which powerlifting, one person can qualify, and maybe cycling, one person can qualify. But even with that, we have no business going to Paralympics because we have no equipment, we have no training. And the fear now is that even if you qualify, thousands of people will follow you. Ghana now is mute about Paralympics. So the media is not also helping, unless it's in their interest. So when we say Ebeduso now has started to write about the Paralympics, to hype it for the embassies to endorse their selfish interest. But there's no disability content writers, disability sports content writers. And as a media station that, apart from Adwa TV, which has given me a slot where I go there weekly to inspire people to promote the advancement of Paralympic sports, no media station. No media station is interested. But I can guarantee you, say, anytime they qualify, you will see 100 applications, say, a media attaché, which they want to follow. And the sad thing is that even now, when media people even go, most of them don't come back.
Yeah, Ken, I understand a number of persons with disabilities have good education. People like us, so they write very well, you know, and can they make representation to support or represent persons at the Paralympics and others who are become vulnerable or where the country is mistreating them?
Yes, they can, because I'm surprised. It's one of the things I'm even fighting. If this is possible, that we should have a government policy which will promote through the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. So at least some persons with disability, especially those within the sports, a quota. Because I know Afibiano, they take more than 300 students outside to on 100% scholarship to study. But these people, most of them are learned, especially the blind. I have last year I did a survey and I had about 150 people with first class.
Okay. Wow.
But they have no support to further their education. Which of them, most of them can become lawyers, can become anything tomorrow.
Yes.
So for the future, the sports, because they are within the sports.
Yes.
So they are treated. There's no support for them. So imagine the able people finding it difficult for education in Ghana.
So,
then how much more someone who is disabled and is able to get a degree, first class degree, and he's left on his own without any support of the government. So
thank you.
I said in general, but the support structure is not there.
Yeah, that was again. Me pacho ubetimi aka o final word because of time, so that we don't keep them too long. Yeah.
Yeah, Doc. I mean, final was said. Moreover, we ask that this is beyond the ministry, and the government must show seriousness and compassion on these people, and must fight for their rights. Until we expect the government to step in for us to sanitize the system, because para sports a good Ghana. So we are hoping for the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Rashad, ubetimi my last word why? Rashad, are you there?
Sir, I'm here.
Me pacho ubetimi my last word for today's program. Why?
Okay, my last word is Samsidin. Yes, Reno. Omayenye election. Na sport and to me fan into my infra stakeholders. Everyone say human rights. Intervene international sports for para. They should intervene so that NPC, the former president, will pave a way for us to have our election, so that the mandate will be taken by people who have knowledge and know more about para issues. Samsidin, the former NPC president, I think has no idea or technical know-how on the mandate for para athletes. So he should go and then different persons should come.
Yes, thank you, Rashad Mohammed. Mr. Bucho, Raphael Bucho.
Yeah, Doc, that's it.
Three times Olympian. Me pacho, last word, yes.
My last word is just simple. Sports is a job. Our colleagues outside are using sports to take care of their family, to make a difference to their nation. I'm just saying, the government should treat the para sports in general as a sports that the youth of persons with disability can go in. And the same way, they should reward the efforts we are putting in, because with that, we encourage our colleagues from the roadside. Our colleagues will feel like there's no hope for them. They will have some form of hope. And everybody who is listening to us across the globe, para sports need a support. The government is playing his part. You qualify our support, but to grow, keep on going and developing. You hear individuals also to keep on supporting as they believe in what we are doing. But my message to Sam City and the NPC-led administration, Elete, Henry, and so-called camera Malcolm Majid, which is his brother. My message to them is, Emre Yendi Nkaso. Sometimes if God gives you opportunity, He gives you to make good use of it. If you don't make good use of it, of 7 people who you preach that you want to serve, there's going to be a day will come and you will account for it. They should have that in mind. Disability is anybody's slot at any time. Let's create equal platform, equal opportunity. Say, Obetimi can say, a place is accessible, I can also enjoy. Yeah, that's it, dog. Any time or the mind. God bless you so much and your crew.
Thank you. You have started my program in a month time. But before then, answer number kono. Me person me can be share your view say. Mu make a very good point and a number of points. You are saying say if you don't respect persons with disabilities in your country, that country will suffer. Is this the sins of our fathers? I want the government to take note of this saying. When they are saying, say, there is a lot of persons with disability, Paralympics, other sports where persons with disabilities are involved or engaging or participating in it, that the government have not shown any interest to promote it. This then will bring us back again to say that that country will suffer. That minister will suffer. This is what they are saying, that if you don't support them, they too, they will pray against you. So as a country, they are grieving. Omusu egu omiyam esu eyawa ewo omumuno edoso pain edoso. Is this the sins of our fathers? 1957, Ayenya independence up to now. And as a country, in the 21st century, we are still going through this pain. The program we on 6 March, we will do a program on weekend in March. And I would love you guys to join other footballers, community leaders who will join this program and speak their mind since independence. What benefits are they enjoying with their family? Are they facing challenges or benefit? There's a lot they want to say, but they can't say it because of time. Until you meet him again, then we continue on this. Baba Umia, Nanado, Yesremo, Muntaki into consideration. The minister is not doing his job. Do something about it. Thank you. God bless you and good night all.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Kofi Adoko. I'm a principal solicitor at Adoko Solicitors. I am also a duty solicitor. Anytime a person is arrested and taken to a police station, or if the police invite you to the police station for a voluntary interview, you have a right to free independent legal advice. Adoko Solicitors is authorized to provide free independent legal advice at police stations in England and Wales. So anytime you're taken to the police station, remember to say that your solicitors are Adoko Solicitors.
Are you in the UK and in need of immigration help? Do you require expert legal representation to regularize your stay or renew your existing leave to remain? Do you require advice or representation regarding a personal injury or criminal matter? If the answer is yes, then you do not need to look any further. Aduku Solicitors is here to provide you with all the expert legal advice and representation you require.
Be it immigration, criminal law, appeal against conviction or appeal against sentence, family law, personal injury, civil litigation, employment law or housing law. Aduku Solicitors is your trusted one-stop legal services provider with expert solicitors and caseworkers on standby to assist. Our police station emergency number is 07792 459 339. You can also call Aduku Solicitors on 0207 183 1479. You can locate Aduku Solicitors at 662 Old Kent Road, London, SE15 1JA.